Good morning. It is 4:20 a.m. on this Thursday, the 28th day of September, 2017. This is Brian Hammond live in San Antonio, Texas, with a good, humorous podcast. It's one that you've probably heard before, but it's been a while. I thought I'd replay it for something different. But let's talk a little bit about things that have been going on in politics. Not that I like politics, but they're happening. As you know, the healthcare plan to repeal Obamacare failed miserably. Moved on to tax reform. Of course, I don't know how well it's going to work out. They haven't laid out the complete plan yet, but I'm sure we'll hear about it. I'm sure Trump's going to sell it. He's supposed to today. So is Mr. Pence. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it's a widespread benefit to everybody, not just certain people. But we'll have to wait and see. In case you guys haven't caught the news, a legend, Hugh Hefner, has passed away today at the age of 91. He'll be missed. He's the only man I know that could have 7 women on his arm every time you've seen him. What a life to live, huh? I wish I was that lucky, especially at his age. Boy, oh boy, talk about dying happy, huh? Wow. Well, I don't know about you, but San Antonio's wet, cloudy, and at least it's cool. Wherever you're at, I hope it's a good day, and let's not forget that, there's still areas that need our help, our thoughts, our prayers, our kind words. I know Puerto Rico's mad, thinking we're not doing enough fast enough. We're already spread thin now with FEMA. Our first responders, Red Cross, they're coming from all over California, Nevada. We have them coming from all over to help. They're not just in the Keys of Florida. They're in Puerto Rico. They're in down by the coast in Texas, Port Aransas, Corpus Christi, all them people. I assure you that there is help coming. It may take some time, but there is help. Red Cross will help, and so will FEMA. Please just be patient. We know you're out there. We know you need help. We know you were devastated by that storm. And God knows we're sorry. Our hearts go out to you. Our prayers go out to you, people. I wish it could be faster, but it can't. But just know that there is help. I was watching the weather earlier today. It's been a very active month for storms. Last I heard, there are supposed to be 34 named storms just for the month of September. I don't think we're going to make it, but we could have, I think. There's been quite a few of them. Quite a few of them have been very devastating to the continental United States. Not to count the war that could be taking place in North Korea and us. Of course, we got allies on our side, but are they really going to get involved? I have to wonder. I don't know. I hope so. But we probably should do something. I don't think sanctions are working anymore. I don't know, though. See, that's part of why I wanted to start a conversation with everybody. Nobody seems to want to answer or give their opinion or have a conversation. Arguing over politics won't do any good, but there's other things to talk about, too. I started this podcast hoping to hear from new people, get their opinions, their input, what they think, what they feel. Open it up to just different points of view. Just talk. Just get to it. Doesn't hurt to talk. Don't want to fight about it, argue about it, but we can talk about it. That's why I started this. Hopefully to leave positive, or to let somebody hear positive things happen instead of negative things. That's why I chose this podcast to listen to today. It is going on 4:25 a.m. on this Thursday morning. We're going to go ahead and get started. I'd like for you to sit back, relax, and listen to Marc Maron and Pete David.
Hey, folks, people, how's it going? Did you know that the Emmy and Golden Globe winning comedy series Curb Your Enthusiasm returns for its 10-episode 9th season Sunday, October 1st at 10 p.m. Eastern on HBO? Did you know that? Join your favorite curmudgeon Seinfeld co-creator Larry David as he makes his way through the world in the way that only Larry David can. The new season brings back cast favorites Cheryl Hines, Jeff Garlin, Susie Essman, and J.B. Smoove as Leon, as well as series veterans like Richard Lewis, Bob Einstein, Ted Danson, and Mary Steenburgen. Catch the return of Curb Your Enthusiasm on Sunday, October 1st at 10 p.m. Eastern on HBO. Okay?
Lock the gate!
Coming up next.
All right, let's do
Marc
this. How are you, what the
Maron
fuckers, what the
Show.
fuck buddies, what the fucking nears, what the fuckadelics, what the fuck nicks, what's happening? I'm Marc Maron. This is my podcast. So I'm excited to tell you that we're setting up some live events for the release of Waiting for the Punch, Words to Live By from the WTF podcast. All right, here we go. New York City. I will be at the Barnes & Noble at Union Square Tuesday evening, October 10th at 7 p.m. That's the day the book comes out. So come by, hear me and Brendan do our thing. Get a signed copy of the book. It'll be great. Then, San Francisco. Come see us as part of Litquake. We'll be at the New Mission Alamo Draft House. Same deal. We'll talk. We'll answer questions. We'll sign books. Go to litquake.org for tickets to that one. And we'll be announcing other events soon. Don't forget to pre-order your copy of the book, which now lets you enter the sweepstakes to win a Casper mattress or a luggage set from Away. Go to markmaronbook.com to pre-order and enter. Also, the new cat mugs are in. If you want to get a cat mug just like the ones I give to my guests, there's a new batch available from our mug guy, Brian Jones. They're available now. Go to brianrjones.com to get your mug. A very fine gift idea as well. You want a cat update? I can do that. Monkey is fine. He's a little beat up. I got to cut Buster's nails because Buster's beating up on Monkey and scabbing him up a bit. The old guy's taking some hits, don't really know what to do about it. I squirt the little fucker with the water, but now he's taken to that. So there comes a point where you have very little power over the insanity of a crazy cat. LaFonda's fine. He doesn't fuck with LaFonda because LaFonda's a tough little fucker. The outdoor guys are fine. Big Head seems to be coming around. I got no validation. I think I brought it up to you people once before. He's still got his balls and his head is enormous. Are those connected somehow? Sarah the Painter seems to think so. I'll believe her, but I'd like to know more. If you want to reach out, let it be about the existence of balls on cats and their relation to the jowls of cats who want to fuck. Angry 2, he's fine. He's out front. I see him occasionally. So that's what's happening. Sometimes these days where I got to talk, I don't always know what to say, but I did get an interesting email. Subject line, Harry Dean Stanton, did he actually reveal more than you thought? I do not publicly express my feelings, as I've said, about my interviews anymore. We reposted that Harry Dean Stanton with the original intro, and that was one of the last times I really did that in terms of reflecting on the conversation. And this guy just said, hello, Mark, I'm a clinical psychologist and new to your podcast, and I listened with interest to your interview with Harry Dean Stanton. A great loss. Maybe I'm missing the point, and it was a journalistic device, but I thought you might have got a lot more out of Harry Dean Stanton than you thought. I think he told you what his underlying pain was. He told you that he always thought his mom loved his brother more than him. You can imagine what that would be like for a person, that your mom didn't love you. He then told you that he wasn't sure whether his mom had ever seen any of his films. You can imagine what that is like for a successful actor and son. And he also told you about the broken heart, which he mended and sent back to his mom towards the end of her life. Was he being metaphorical? Either way, a symbolic gesture. Anyway, get in touch if you would like to explore this further. Best wishes, and keep up the good work. I don't consider myself a psychiatrist or a therapist or even a journalist, But sometimes I don't, I can't put everything together when I'm sitting there listening to it. When I'm sitting there in the moment, in the present, talking and thinking and engaging. Not until right afterwards can I do that. And then a lot of times I don't listen to these things afterwards. I don't listen to the conversations. Brendan listens to them because he's the one that puts the show together. But after I have them, I don't. So that was encouraging and nice to hear that a professional in the mental health business, or a professional at somebody making connections, which I do in the present, but he was hard for me, made those connections. So I don't know. I'm not tooting my own horn. I wasn't there to excavate, Harry Dean's, psyche. I was just there to have a conversation, which as I've said, was a little tricky for me. But it was nice that that was put into perspective and context, and now I feel better about it. That's a good psychologist. I should get in touch with that guy to see on a regular basis. I wonder what city he's in, because he just made me feel okay about what I do and my insecurities, and maybe I shouldn't have them in relation to that, which I don't occasionally. I'll tell you though, man, without the nicotine, without the caffeine in the coffee form, without you do. I'm a little raw. Did I mention that I have Pete Davidson on the show today? What a great guy. What a great kid. Can I say that? Great kid, that Pete Davidson. I can say that without being condescending. Compared to me, he's a kid. That's a hell of a talk we had. It's coming up here in a second. But let me take a minute to remind you to avoid the hassle of the post office and mail everything from postcards to envelopes to packages, domestic or international, with Stamps.com. Stamps.com lets you buy and print official U.S. postage for any letter, any package, any class of mail using your own computer and printer. It's just 3 steps. Click, print, mail, boom, you're done. And unlike the post office, Stamps.com never closes. Print postage for letters or packages at your convenience 24/7. They'll even send you a digital scale that automatically calculates exact postage and helps you decide the best class of mail based on your needs. It's all the services of the U.S. Postal Service right at your fingertips. If you've ever listened to this show before, you've probably heard me talk about Stamps.com at least once. And that's because it's just part of how I do things now. There's no going back, folks. And right now, you too can enjoy the Stamps.com service with a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, plus postage, and a digital scale without long-term commitments. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in WTF. That's Stamps.com. Enter WTF. Stamps.com. Never go to the post office again. Never go to the post office again. Never go to the post office again. I think you should leave all 3 in, Brendan. So, there's another thing. A while back, it must be years ago already, I had one of my favorite illustrators on, Drew Friedman. He is I would call him a satirist. He's done several books, and he's done amazing portraits of people. They're very disturbing and compelling. He's done a series of old Jewish comics books. He's done. Drew's got a lot of books out, but nonetheless, he did that portrait of me, and a while back, and that in and of itself was an honor. But he has put the portrait of me in his new book called Chosen People. Drew Friedman's Chosen People. I am in the company of Frank Zappa, Howlin' Wolf, Muddy Waters, S. Clay Wilson, Jeff Ross, comic artist Chris Ware, Oliver Stone, Barbara Streisand. Who else is in here? So many. Pepitone's in here. Zero Mostel and Gene Wilder. Elaine May. Groucho Marx. These are... I love his portraits. Ernie Kovacs. Wow. Anyway, Kimmel's in here too. A lot of old comics, a lot of interesting choices. I'll tell you that. But thrilled and honored to be a part of the collection. Just telling you. He's got a picture of his dad in there. The brilliant dark writer Bruce J. Friedman. So, anyways, not a paid-for plug, but I just wanted to put it out there that I am definitely honored to be part of that collection. It's one thing meeting your heroes. It's another thing to be drawn by one of your heroes, and then yet another thing to be put in his book. Right? That's right. Pete Davidson got pretty